Hey everybody, it's Andy's Free Guitar Chart videos today for chart number 247. I've redone the chart because yesterday's chart had a problem, so that got me to redo the chart and also improved it. And I've got some really good techniques for you to look at today. I'm just starting my day out too. And so let's dig into this. By the way, thank you for my YouTube subscribers and Facebook friends for supporting, me in these lessons. I mean, putting your time into watching, liking, and subscribing. And some of the people who watch my lessons are actually friends of mine, around town that I've made through the instrument being the common denominator. So still working on the string shapes. So we got string shapes for majors and minors plus half diminished triads. We're going to be focusing on triads, but we are going to be using the pentatonic as a boundary structure. Okay, we're going to be using the pentatonic as a boundary structure for the triad arpeggios, and we're also going to be looking at the half diminished pentatonic because it's not well known, and also you want to know which one, how am I playing that half diminished pentatonic. So where we'd have the triads and half diminished here, okay, it's just 4-7-2 4-7-2, and then the pentatonic for that, for the triads, for the same patterns here, right? So it are going to be shown also in this diagram, but the pentatonics down here are just the half diminished ones. The other ones I know so much by heart that I didn't want to list them in this special diagram right here. And this is where it's all. This is what it's all about. Sometimes I'll cut to the chase and go right to the new part of the diagram. So let's look at that. Well, let's look at this little diagram on the side first here. Okay. In cage, we have 5 different shapes. Okay. So with the key of cage, maybe we start with E shape here, D shape here. This is not the key of caged. This is the key of C with my guitar because I'm down C tuned. So you could do this like these same shapes with your E. So get the A shape and the G shape up here, and then octave E shape. So that's also the cage shapes, and the way they stack up. I started on a E shape, I went to a D shape, I went to a C shape, an A shape, and a G shape. So I have these little diagrams here. So when we start with the bottom string on the C string shape, okay, we go around C, G, D, A, E, C, primarily in fifths, except the 5th of E goes to C and the 4th of C goes to E. It goes in fourths the other way. If we start on the A, we just go around the circle. These are the bottom 5 strings of the guitar. And what I mean by the bottom 5 is that the bottom string will be the lowest string. So the low E string. This is my low C string. If I put the capo on, we've got your tuning. So your E is right here. I've been checking and putting that capo on straight. So your E is right here. Here's the low string. So the bottom 5 strings is what? E, A, D, G, B. And you'll hear me calling them the B string and then C on top again. But You'll hear me calling it the B string no matter what note I'm playing on here. If I absolutely have to identify this string, I'll just call it the B string. I usually refer to the low E string as the low E string, if that makes sense. So when we go around the circle in, let's say, C, we go C, G, D, A, E. We're actually going a C string shape, D string shape, G string shape, D string shape, A string shape, and then warping up one fret that way for the E string shape. And then the top is just going to be a repeat of the bottom, so we're not worried about that. Cage is a 5-letter word. Then we go to the A shape. We're going to start with the A string shape, then to the E string shape, then to the C string shape, then to the G string shape, warp up for the D string shape, and then back to the A string shape on top. The G string shape. I'm playing it up here. You can play it anywhere. I could close my eyes and practically play it, but I wouldn't do that good a job because you kind of want to see where you're at with guitar, because the distances between the frets changes as you go along. So, I mean, well, I just ask any trombone player, about distances. But I heard they do have ways to set that distance. So I use my eyes to see what the heck I'm doing, what they can see, because my eyesight's not that good. The glasses are basically set working glasses, so it's kind of like a compromised distance. So it's hard for me to see the strings, so I put the colors there, and I rely on the colors as much as the string shapes, as much as the note shapes, which are basically piano keys that are squished down, 6 sets of piano keys. So let's continue. On the D shape here, we got a D shape, a G shape there, 6, 7 root, D to 2, 3, 4. These are the string shapes, A to 5, 6, to A to E to 7 root 2. Now we have to go to the left one for that 7 root 2. Okay, for that for the S3D. All right, that's how the natural pattern P4 pattern stack goes. The A goes 5, 6. The 7 is over 1. So in the middle, we end up with a 2, 3, 5, 6 root 2 in the middle, and then the 2 tabs out are the 4 and the 7. So we have the E string shape 7. Then we're going to warp up the C string shape again. These 2 shapes are aliased half whole, and then back to the G, 6, 7 root. The E string shape, going to do it up here, but I could easily do it from the E down here, from your E, but then it's going to go lower than your fret nut, so let's do it from the F. F is the first fret off of your fret nut. I could put Mr. Capo on to show you that it can be done. Okay, so this is where your low E is. Remember the E we were talking about? We're going to do an E shape, circle of string shape fifths. Here we go. E is 6, 7 root. C is 3, 4, 5. Rather, E is 7 root 2, sorry. 7 root 2 for E. 3, 4, 5 for C. 6, 7 root for G. I was thinking G. 2, 3, 4 for D. 5, 6. Now, what happened? I didn't warp it up. We really botched the E there. So here's the E. I'm going to do it without the string shape now, but I'm still going to without the capo. I'm still going to use the F. So in E, we're going to go 7 root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 root for G,